No one wants to be seen as undereducated. We all want to be seen as one of the smart ones. But did you know that there are certain traits that can label you as undereducated? If you didn't know, now you do. So do you have any idea what these traits are? Maybe you don't, but don't worry. We've prepared a list that includes 10 signs of an undereducated individual and great tips on how to avoid being one. Sounds good? Let's get started. Welcome to the Global Thought YouTube channel. Number 1. They are judgmental. There are definitely people around you who find fault in everything you do and constantly criticize others. These individuals focus solely on the negative aspects, even if the person in front of them has spent weeks on a task, rather than appreciating their efforts. Of course, a distinction needs to be made here. Those with very high standards and perfectionists are different from those who attack everything blindly. Generally, those who condemn the behaviors of others most harshly are often the ones who make the same mistakes behind closed doors. If there is someone in your life who constantly brings you down, distancing yourself from them will be the best decision for your mental health. Number 2, they speak first, then think. One of the most typical mistakes of inadequately educated individuals is speaking without considering where their words will go. However, mentally mature people do not immediately express every thought that comes to their mind. They filter their words through a mental sieve. They think, is what I'm saying appropriate right now? Or, how will this sentence affect the person in front of me? Being able to control one's own ideas and style during conversation reflects not only a high emotional intelligence, but also a conscious thought process. Number 3, they do not form their own opinions. It is truly sad to watch some people defend everything they hear from others without any filter, as if it were their own opinion. However, an individual's ideas should represent their character, philosophy, and core values. If you incorporate the ready-made views of others into your life as they are, it means you are living not your own life, but a copy of someone else's. Building your own truths is the strongest way to know yourself. Uninformed individuals often act based on myths, unverified rumors, or the assumptions of others, and as a result, they can never discover who they really are. 4 is self-centered. Although it may be hard to accept, the truth is that the world does not revolve around you. Even if you are the most talented, smartest, or popular person in a group, you do not have to relate every issue to yourself in some way. Self-centered individuals do not care about the feelings of others and struggle to empathize. For example, when a friend shares an unfortunate accident that happened to them, these individuals immediately interrupt and start talking about a bigger accident that happened to them. They will lie or resort to manipulation if necessary to always be the center of attention, because the only thing that matters to them is themselves. Number 5, they are easily influenced by others. One of the biggest weaknesses of individuals with low education levels is that they can be easily manipulated by the words of the people around them. Of course, we are all influenced by our surroundings to some extent, but if you are making your life decisions based on what others think, then there is a serious problem. Honestly, ask yourself these questions. Do you constantly feel the need to please someone? Is it impossible for you to say no to someone? If so, it means you are managing your life not with your own decisions, but with the expectations of others. This situation is the biggest obstacle to being a free individual. Number 6, they make no effort to be better. The clearest sign of a person's lack of education is their satisfaction with standing still. These individuals do not lift a finger to advance either in their work or in their character development. This state of inertia often stems from being excessively trapped in the comfort zone. The thought of, what I do is already enough, why should I want more, leads to wasting your potential. However, life is a continuous process of development. Instead of standing still and doing nothing, even pursuing a small hobby that excites you can help break this cycle. 7 number, they do not accept their ignorance. The only thing worse than knowing nothing is denying that you know nothing. The moment a person admits they do not know something, they open the door to learning new things. However, it is impossible for someone who succumbs to their arrogance and acts as if they know everything to develop. In the business world and social life, individuals who are closed to learning eventually become disposable, not indispensable, because no one wants to walk alongside someone who refuses to improve themselves. Number 8. They do not learn from their mistakes. Making mistakes in life is one of the most natural things. After all, that's how experience is gained. However, if you are repeating the same mistake for the second, third, or even fifth time, it indicates a serious problem. Uneducated individuals tend to gloss over the root cause of their negative experiences instead of analyzing them. If you do not understand the why behind a problem, you will encounter that problem repeatedly throughout your life. Number 9. There is no desire to learn new things. For advanced minds, knowledge is an endless sea, and they are always curious for more. However, individuals with a narrow vision see the limited information they have as sufficient and perceive learning something new as a burden. Without caring about how quickly the world is changing, they prefer to live in their own little shells. However, learning is an opportunity that opens the door to new experiences, not a burden. 10 out of 10. They underestimate their abilities. Interestingly, many people lose their confidence because they think they are not smart, and this causes them to undermine their abilities. Thinking, "I can't do this anyway," is accepting defeat before even starting. This belief reflects over time and shakes the trust that employers or your friends have in you. However, intelligence is like a muscle that can be developed. You cannot expect others to believe in you unless you believe in yourself. Others. They look down on others. A truly wise and educated person approaches others with respect, regardless of their position. Treating someone they perceive to be of lower status, such as a servant or an employee, with rudeness reveals a significant void in that person's character. No one has the right to look down on another. This behavior does not make you superior, but rather pathetic. Thank you for spending time with us today, the Global Thought Followers. We are very pleased to have you here. If you enjoyed today's video, please give us a like, hit the bell icon so you don't miss any videos, and don't forget to subscribe.